Hey guys, it is your non-friendly neighborhood, Diamond, and welcome back to another Creepypasta storytelling. Today, I got you guys with a beautiful, wonderful, horrible Splatoon Creepypasta. That's right, you heard me, Splatoon. And I love Splatoon, and I know a lot of you guys love Splatoon too. Not Splatoon 2, both of them, I mean, like you as well. Okay, yeah, so that's why I am very excited to see how bad this storytelling is gonna be, okay? Not my voice, the story, okay? Because once again, I got the story from the internet, and instead of making the story myself, I'm actually gonna just read out your stories, the ones that random people post on the internet, that it could be you, the one who's listening to this video right now, you probably wrote this story. Also, I before we even start, I want to take 1 second to say this whole Etika situation, if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's a YouTuber. Yeah, he's gone missing for a few days now, and I just really hope he's not dead. I'm just gonna say pray for Etika. If you guys could just leave that in the comment section down below, hashtag pray for Etika, and actually pray for him. There's just a little bit of hope right now, and I just really don't want this guy to be gone. And I'm gonna make a whole nother video if talking about however this ends. I'm sorry. Okay, let's just get into the story now. Splatoon, bad pasta. I was a normal kid and decided to buy Splatoon because normal kids buy Splatoon. Okay, sorry. Okay, going to Best Buy, I found the game to be too expensive, so I found a cheap copy sold by some shady old guy on eBay with the box art missing. I proceed to turn on the game and was surprised when the intro screen was not of a bedroom, but instead what looks like a basement covered in darkness. As I stared at the TV screen, there was a moment where I saw a kid staring at me in the darkness and turn into a squid with hyper-realistic eyes. But no, hyper-realistic eyes, he has exclamation point at the end. I'm just confused. But only for a split second. A brief glance at the gamepad showed that the map looked like a hyper-realistic skull, but at the time I thought nothing of it. A few minutes later, the game booted up, but Marie and Callie were different. Marie and Callie look as though they haven't had sleep for days, and behind them were pictures of hyper-realistic squids with hyper-realistic red ink dripping down on hyper-realistic fishing poles. I didn't know who was controlling the fishing poles, but I didn't hyper-realistically question it. Oh my god, this guy loves hyper-realistic things. Later, I decided to play online. When I attempt to enter the Inkopolis Tower, the door won't open, and the music fade out to distorted screaming in the background. I tried to click on the lobby option on the gamepad, but all that was shown was the same picture of hyper-realistic squids on hyper-realistic fishing poles, before immediately disappearing. So instead I went to the arcade machine to play some Squid Jump. However, instead of Squid Jump, the game was named Jump.exe with a dead octopus on top of the letters. Under the title were the year 666 and the phrase C for the little copyright, Satan. After I pressed start, I found out that I was playing as a hyper-realistic Octarian who jumps off of a building, but then a skeleton pops out and spooked me. It was pretty spooky, so I immediately turned off my Wii U. A few days later, I played the game again and tried to play single player. As I walked to the grate, which would take me to Octo Valley, I noticed that most characters were also hyper-realistic squids, except for Spike, who wasn't even in the game and was replaced with a single super sea snail that was surrounded by torn up pictures of dead sea urchins. Anyway, I tried to play hero mode, but the screen flashed a small picture, which I think was a kid's hyper-realistic rotting corpse. Uh-oh. And then suddenly the screen went all black, with loud, creepy metal scraping like noises. It appeared that my Wii U has crashed, but a single line began repeating itself over and over. "You're a kid now." Out of nowhere, I heard a demonic whisper behind me say, "I hate kids." Suddenly, I was drenched in a slimy substance and felt myself growing smaller as the voice said, "You're a squid now." Reduced to nothing more than a puddle of ink with cartoonish eyes, I attempt to look up, but all I saw was hyper-realistic giant squids whose name was Saluthu. He then points a hyper-realistic aerial spray straight at my field of vision. Then he said, "You're dead now," and pulled the trigger. Splat! Okay, this is very spooky, and it's very hyper-realistic, but this gets 6 out of 10. Actually, screw it. This gets a 5 out of 10 just because it wasn't really that scary at all. It wasn't spooky, and it lacked blood. I mean, they used the ink at the end and he shot, but like they didn't really have that much of blood in there. So, I like my blood in my creepypasta. So if it's the same with real life pasta, if you don't have tomato sauce, and it's not good. Okay, so yes, come on guys, you got to get better with the creepypastas. Get better, okay? Right now, we're going to read another one, though. If you thought this video was over, then you're mistaken, because we have a bonus creepypasta to read out for you guys, and it is called "I Have an Inkling That This Is Wrong." I don't understand that title, but he has a little note for us to read before we start reading it. It makes no sense, but let's get into it. Note: this is my story, not yours. This happened to me, not you. So how can you prove that this is fake? You can't. I'm not going to threaten you for now. And then the story goes on to say, "I like Nintendo. I like Splatoon. I like even numbers, but I don't like hentai. Splatoon 2 is my favorite game on the Nintendo Switch. It's so fun and good. Ha ha ha. Well, that's what I thought. And until that fateful day. I'm Rick Harrison, not old enough to drive, and this is my pawn shop story. It was a normal day like any other in my undisclosed living area. I was on the Nintendo Swiffer, ready to play some Splatoon 2, Turf War to be specific, alien face. So I painstakingly put the game into the console and started up the game, and waited. Through the loading screen, God, it was painful. Y'all know what time it is? Do I? I don't have a watch on me. It's Off the Hook coming at you live from Negopolis Square. Oh yes. Everything seemed normal so far. Pearl and Marina looked as though they always do, and nothing they were saying was weird. But that being said, there was still something off. The hook. No, in the windows there was an inkling just standing there, staring. But it wasn't a normal stare. His eyes were strangely realistic, almost hyper-realistic, and they will follow me around when I try to move. Pearl and Marina finished up their talk, and I made my way to the battle lobby, choosing to partake in the turf war. The first player I was put with was a level 66 inkling named Lil Satanic. How odd, I thought. Whatever, we're all edgy at some point or another. The rest of the players were chosen and the round began. I was on the team with Steve, X, capital X, Woomy, X, lowercase x, and Lil Satanic. Ew. An edgy 14-year-old like myself is placed with an edgy blah 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 year old with a weird name and eyes? Huh. We all began running around and painting the ground with yellow gack. Well, all of us except Lil Satanic. He was painting with black gack. And this black gack wasn't like either team's. It was moving, engulfing the whole stage, killing off the rest of my team. I made my way to the platform and started shooting the ground like a madman, trying to spread that good yellow, just like Paula Dean would want. Trying to spread that good yellow, just like Paula Dean would want of me. But it was no use. The blackness around me continued to spread, eating up any of the bright yellow I brought to the scene. While I was busy monologuing that cool description like a tryhard Tumblerian Tumblerina, Lil Satanic flew up to me and he said words. They were, "Don't try to run. Canada's not that far." How? Suddenly, in the real world, I heard a knock at the door. Better not be my flaming turd. I opened the door and was met by none other than my mailman. He brought the manga I've ordered. And just as I opened the manga, Lil Satanic popped out and crushed my head in with a roller. Oh my god! I'm writing this perfectly fine. I just have to type without a head. Please don't have unprotected Splatoon 2. 0 comments. 0 nothing. This story got barely any interactions. And holy crap. That's it, guys. He lost his head. How did he type this? Oh my god, this is so creepy. I'm spooked. No, this story, just because it was super humor, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. A good 6 out of 10. It's better than the last story. The last story was so BS, but they didn't try to cover it up with humor. Congrats, guys. You're getting better, okay? You're getting really better. If you guys did enjoy this Splatoon Creepypasta story time, let me know in the comment section down below. Share with your friends. I don't know, maybe they'll like some storytelling if it's creepy, or maybe they don't like that. But this is pretty humor, okay? It's pretty funny to read your bad stories. And, you know, everyone wants to make fun of my stories, but now I get to make fun of yours. I feel so proud of myself. I'm actually doing something good on YouTube. I feel I finally get fulfilled again. I never felt this feeling in so long. Thank you all so much. I'll see you guys later. Diamonds out.